Alright, ARCA time. We're at Old Michigan, and I've got 2 laps of practice, because that MX-5 took a lot longer than I was ready for. We're going to get used up here. We're the 9, Gavin's the 10, Brandon's in here, Austin's in here, Mike's in here, other Gavin's in here. I think Ryan's a viewer, Regan's a viewer, Larry's up front, Justin, Lewandowski, JP, the whole field. James, we haven't seen him for a few weeks. Andrew. Gonna be a tough field. Hopefully we can get this thing figured out. It's Michigan, always just a little off here. Rob, add to the list. We'll just assume everyone is a viewer. So, yeah, we'll go out and try to get a couple of corners just to make sure everything feels halfway okay. Wrong height. There we go. I don't know where the line is. I'm assuming it's the normal Michigan line. I'm guessing that you can go around the top if you want to burn.
You got the black flag.
The right side's off.
Safely. They're going to hold you for a while.
It's kind of floated in. We won't be using brakes for a bit. I assume we'll start using them later. Unless you really want to attack the corner. But I just don't think that's going to be the fast way. I think just floating it in will be the quickest way. But what do I know? Other than to stay above that seam. And don't do that. Try to figure out when Gavin's going to put his video out. Going to try not to put mine out before his this week, just so that maybe he gets a few more views. Just to, you know, since we tend to have a lot of the same viewers and do race a lot, I felt like his 87 race might not have got the amount of views that it could have, since mine came out, I think, pretty much at the same time or earlier. So, just trying not to, you know, constantly be getting there. Some of his viewers might not watch his race just because they've already seen where he finishes. I doubt very many do that, but processing for YouTube has been an absolute pain, though. Get some videos that will process instantly, and then others that you have to just re-upload because it's a complete disaster and not like updating to HD. Sound doesn't work on phones. I don't know what the hell's causing it because it's all recorded in the same format. But yeah, it's kind of an annoying thing. Just some of the fun behind the scenes that we're constantly dealing with. I know Kyle's had issues. Gavin and I have constantly had issues with, especially sucks when it happens on a longer video that already takes forever to upload. A little too low, but if I can get it to stick, no stick. We're gonna be a mid-packer this race. try the high side since this lap is dead. Alright, well, hopefully we don't fall any further than 11th.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
As we fall to 12th. No. Good job to Gavin. We might not see him this race. Yeah, we might not see a whole lot of the front this race. Everyone's done their laps. We're just waiting on Brandon Jackson to finish his lap. Quick refresh. If he's doing a second lap. Or if we're going to have to wait the whole minute for him. Looks like he just did it, so get the cars loaded up. And get my car loaded up before... We're back in the yellow and blue. I tried to make something, but I just do not feel like painting. Gavin's actually pretty good at saving in the ARCA car. I not so much. But we're kind of at the back, so we don't really have much of a choice on it. We'll just
One lap to green. You'll be lining
do our
up
best
on the
to save.
inside. Pit road is closed.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't really have much other option. If we try to push it to go forward, we're going to burn our stuff off and die at the end. So we'll just save some tires and hope that the last 5 laps we come alive. But me saving tires here is a very difficult thing, just because it's such a fast entry. And the slower you go, sometimes the more you wear out the right front because you're not rotating the car.
There's no tire changes allowed during this race. Treat them right and good luck.
So there's just... Yeah, I mean, a fast guy back here is going to be able to yaw the car out, still be quick, drive through the field, and not burn up the right front. My talent, it's, you know, I guess, you know, it's not a big deal. We really just need to finish top 10. We're the number 9. I got to remember that.
Catch up, 15 car.
But, yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. There's going to be some people getting loose. Some people overdriving it a bit. Hopefully not me. But this is the first day that I've done like 2 races in, what, 3 weeks? I might have done 2 races last week on a day, but it's like my head is finally getting back to normal. My lungs still are not, but I'm feeling like this week I should be able to, especially with my work schedule being fairly easy, I should be able to do 2 races a day, getting the content out.
Get ready, going green.
But Yeah, let's see what we got. We got Ken Trader up there in the Schwann's car, it looks like, on pole. If I'm seeing that right. Can't see a little later. Going. Cars behind got a really bad start. Car over outside did not get a good start. Nope, he did. Thought I saw that fender.
Car outside.
C18. Just kind of lift off here.
Car inside. Say hi to the car on the low side. Say hi to the car on the low side. Say hi. Clear.
Try to keep the right sides even. Some yaw on it. Seven cars going to be going backwards by the end of this one, I think. He's really going all out. It's getting loose.
Outside.
Pass on Ryan.
Go low. 40.804. Still there. Hold your line.
Did not get it to turn into the corner. That might have scared him up.
Clear.
Sorry if it did. I wanted to turn in a little better. That did not work. I'm very bad about entering low, trying to make a pass at this track. So I'm just kind of lifting off early, letting the car set, and then hitting the gas to try to rotate it. We're getting 8 up on entry doing that. But I'm hoping that it will allow us to go a little bit quicker and keep the right rear working. Thankfully, we didn't get caught in that mess. We are 3 wide and not going anywhere. Cleared out.
40.826.
Try a little brake on entry. Kind of use that seam as a way to rotate the car. Really all I'm worried about is finding that gray car up ahead. Gray and white. I think he's in 6th place. So still a long ways ahead of us. Just too quick on counter steering it back there. Kind of saving. We're also, I don't think, quick enough to even catch up. As I say that, Brandon has a really bad corner. So we'll just go ahead, go for it, hopefully get a better turn into the corner. And I don't. Mike nearly gets into the wall. Bad corner. Set it on the seam. it rotates enough.
I
don't know. I think I'm overdriving. And we're not catching anyone. And I'm overdriving. And I'm missing the corner there. Slower than I was ready for them to be. Take a moment. The 12 cars catching up to us. He's got it around Brandon. Pass off the corner.
Outside.
Much easier than trying to pass into the corner.
Stay low. There was a car on the high side.
Except for we have no draft. We're gonna have to do it into the corner. It's backing off though, it sounded like.
Clear.
Everyone's being nice. Bad exit here. Luckily Mike slid up. I think we're gonna just go backwards hard at the end of this one. But who knows? Maybe I've found a decent balance, able to keep the right rear and keep these guys side by side. Rotation. 12's going to catch up to us in a couple of laps. I just can't close this gap at all.
41.751.
Good news is I feel like on exit, we're using up the right rear. We're not like forcing the wheel, trying to turn it left to keep it off the wall. I don't know how this one's gonna play out though. It seems like we've been going 100% and that usually never pans out well for me. There we missed the seam. That's going to take a chunk out of the right front. 12 cars dying off now. Seven's keeping the right rear hot. I'll give him that. He's going to go to work on Austin. Definitely start to use some brake. Dials all the rear brake into it. We need to go to last lap and do that easier. Just so I can see what lines are actually getting us speed. We're in 11th, we need to get 2 more. a second. Austin got very out of the groove there. Nearly lost it on the high side. And we get a bad push. He's got a bad push. He's putting a lot of wheel into it on exit. You can see the car. Kind of darting to the left, and it's not, it doesn't look like it's the rear end sliding out. There, we got the rear end to slide out on entry. He's having some bad push. We should be able to make the pass, hopefully in one. Go a little higher entry. He's going to push up. We should be able to cut down on exit. Nope, not quite. Luckily, we have no pressure behind. Those guys are all stacked up on each other. But we also really have nothing ahead of us. Yeah, Austin might not be as tight as I thought he was. Had I put my nose down there and tried to make a pass, we would have just been slow off. So, better off doing this, hoping that we get the better run. Run him close.
Outside. 42.312. Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
Oh my god. Every time I go to pass someone into turn one, I overdrive it on the bottom and slide up. I'm gonna start thinking that I'm doing that on purpose. Well, that's not helping us.
Keep low. Clear outside.
Alright. Got the seam just right. Gavin's still up front. I thought he was that guy. Gavin's in fourth still. No, he's in third. Awesome. He's having a hell of a run.
You're in the top 10.
This is, I think, he said it's one of his favorite tracks. I can't freaking turn on entry, but at least when we throttle it up, it can rotate. Scared Austin there a bit, I think. Be a little easier on the right rear. We put a lot of heat into it through one. We got really no draft in front of us, so Austin's got the advantage on us right now. But I think he's going to be too tight to make a pass. Yeah, go 100%. Just make sure you get that yaw. Tires will stay on it. It's kind of made it a bit of a boring race. No one's really dropping off. Gavin's going for second. Is he going to win this thing?
42.496. 5 laps to go.
Be interesting to see how he's driving it and compare it to what I came up with. Because he's definitely found something. These two are going to be racing for position, should bring them back to us. Let's just hope Gavin's aggressive enough up there to go for the win. He's racing two really good drivers. Looks like he's on the inside of Larry. Mike has gotten around the 12, as has Ryan. The 12 wasn't able to sustain what he had going on. We're getting really tight on corner entry, and I'm not sure how I solved that. Maybe a slightly earlier liftoff. Or drive it into the wall and see what happens. Pretty sure the whole field's going to end up with a 0x, and I nearly ruined that. That couldn't have been good on the right side. Sorry, Austin. I'm guessing that threw you off. Go get him, Gavin. I mean, a second place would be freaking amazing in this field, but he's looking. He's looking.
You've got 2 laps to go. 42.676.
Seven's using it up, but I was wrong on him. He's been using that right rear, and he's not falling off. Gavin's lost a bit of ground there. If it's white flag, I don't think he's got a chance now. That's too big of a gap to make up.
White flag, 1 more lap to go. 42.69.
We needed about 5 more laps. But I'm pretty happy with what we've done. I mean, I don't feel like I've ruined the right front. I feel like this turning and slamming on the gas about a quarter of the way into the corner worked out. But no one really had right front issues. I mean, there was some people kind of falling off, but really just a lack of...
Very good job.
Everyone was just too good in this race. I think that's what we're going to go with, is there was no one really making mistakes and falling off too hard. Results. Look at that 10 car. Oh, and that was Thomas up front. $63.76. So, wow, Justin. Justin, you don't normally end up outside the top 3. That's pretty crazy. Alright, let's go take a look and see if there's... Oh shit, I didn't have any of that up. Sorry. My bad. Let's take a look and see. That was prediction code. That was about like mine. Gavin's about to get turned. Yeah, I'm not... The 12's kind of running him up. Gavin's trying to work... You know, right there, I think the 12 turns up into him. Yeah, that... It might have been prediction code that pulled him up into it, but let's take a look at this wheel. Watch the orange. Eh. We'll just call it racing. So that is how the 12 ended up actually going backwards, not because of tire wear. Brandon actually fell off pretty hard. Mike's in the wall. JP. Ooh, big wall. And Gavin ends up 14th. That's a good run for him. And the 12 just wrecks him after the race. I mean, the 12 wasn't going low. I mean, I'm going to put that more on the 12 than Gavin. But whatever. Shit, I didn't have anything set up right for this. Sorry. I was in a rush. I haven't done 2 races in a long time. I just screwed everything up. But we gained 1 iRating. We gained 0.06 safety rating. Would have been a 0x race for almost everyone, except for they gave each other 4x right there at the end. Well, Brandon gave a 4x. And otherwise, they would have both had 1x, and we would have had a really clean race. So, I mean, it's still a really clean race, but yeah, we didn't have that top speed. And there wasn't enough laps to really make tires matter, but we were going to the bad side on tires anyways. We weren't getting that rotation on entry. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I didn't have the stuff up for it on the telemetry. Thanks for watching.